Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Peralta from Josie and Michelle Events, and I'm here in my Valley Stream home.
Hello, everyone. My name is Josie and Michelle, your lead designer at Josie and Michelle Events. And today, prepare to be amazed. Today, we have somebody that after today, you're gonna really want to plan your next event so you can have this person performing. So welcome, Matias. How are you? Where are you?
Hey, Josie and Michelle, thank you so much for having me today, share my magic world with all of you.
So, well, first of all, my question for you is about the kind of entertainment that you offer, because sometimes when I talk to my clients about magic, there's like a misconception about what it's going to be like. So if you can explain to us what your entertainment is all about.
I think there is, as you said, there is a misconception of like, what is a magician's role at a party? And of course, it's different whether I'm doing a private event, a corporate event, or a wedding. It's a completely different style of and form of entertainment. And most of the time, people associate the idea of like, oh, kids magician with a bunny and silly things, but that's completely different. Of course, like if you do kids magic, that's what you're gonna do. But in my case, I first of all, I call myself illusionist and mentalist. And the reason is because I want to create an illusion that makes people experience these wonders of magic. At the same time, I love to play with the mind games, the mind reading demonstrations. So based on that context, I focus in the adults area.
I have to say, I have seen, a lot of different things, and I could never figure it out. Like when I see the different illusions, when I see what seems to me the impossible happening, I just like, I don't even understand how you learn to do this. So I'm curious, how did you even discover that you had this talent? Is this something that you are born with? Is this something that you decided to learn?
It's an interesting question. And I think like it's a combination of several things. One part is like there is no like natural born magician. Like a magician is not born with the skills. Those skills is something that you develop over the time. It's the same as like nobody came to life learning how to walk and run. It's like you have to first like go like this, then you start in your knees, then you start walking, and then you run and fly. But in the magic is the same. However, what makes the difference between like good magicians and bad magicians is the personality, the showmanship. It's like you can see someone that technically talking is absolutely amazing, but with no showmanship, and unfortunately they can't perform, or they ended up performing just for magicians. But then you see someone that maybe they don't have like very good skills, but their showmanship is absolutely amazing, and there are many cases like that, and they have like a whole successful career. And of course, like on the top of the top, you have someone that has both, like he or she, because there's fabulous female magicians, they have worked on their craft, on their technique, on their knowledge, and at the same time they have an amazing stage personality and presentation and communication skills. And then you see these wonderful performers that not only know what they are doing, they also know how to share that with everyone else. So in other words, you need to have the passion and you need to have the knowledge so you can channel that passion and be able to transmit that to the audience.
So tell us, when did you start it? How long have you been doing this?
So I started when I was like 14 years old, and I learned just a couple of tricks. Before that, I had a collection of these mind twister games, like the two nails that you need to separate, Rubik's Cube and things like that. So I had a passion for those. So then I learned my first trick from my aunt. And my aunt went on a trip to Egypt. She learned this trick. She brought it back home. She taught us the trick. And then after that, one of my friends started doing magic. And then he sold all of his stuff to another friend, who right now actually, the second friend, John Paul, became one of the most famous magicians of Chile. And I remember like watching him and then getting back home and trying to figure things out. And then slowly I started learning one thing here, one here, there. Then I mixed some tricks. I learned a couple more. But then it was when actually I was studying business. So I have a business degree and an MBA in marketing. And when I was studying business, two things happened. The first one was one of my uncles, which ironically is the uncle who married my aunt. He was a magician, a very, very good magician. And unfortunately, he had an accident in 2004 and he passed away. I'm going to read that because I got a message. Let me turn this on silence. Mm-hmm. So I had an uncle. He was a famous magician, but unfortunately he passed away in 2004 on a terrible accident. And I inherited his magic library. My aunt was like, Matias, I know that you like magic. Why don't you take some of his books? So I saved a lot of those books. And so imagine, like, I'm this kid with a passion for magic, which was just a hobby. And then suddenly I have a whole magic collection of books. So my level of magic went from just a little bit to like skyrocket. And then, and after that, I learned like all these sorts of secrets. I almost feel like, I should honor the memory of my uncle since he's watching at me.
So Matia, you already gave us an idea of what kind of a show you perform at a wedding, also at a corporate event. So we'd like to know, for other kind of events like birthday parties, do you do kids' birthday parties?
So I used to do a lot of kids' birthday parties, but right now it's not my focus anymore. Right now I've been focusing more on adults and everything that is involved adult, like corporate, wedding. I do like teens parties, like Sweet 16, quinceañeras, bar mitzvahs, and high school graduation, and things like that. But like younger kids, I decided to stay away from younger kids. It's just because I was focusing more on my big stage illusion show, and you can't bring a big stage illusion show to a kids party.
So can you tell us a little bit more about how do you personalize your magic show to your clients?
Mm-hmm. Like there is a word, the WIFM, which is like, what's in it for me? It's that is the classic thing. What is the tune that or the station that everybody's tuned into? WIFM, which is like, what's in it for me? But most of the time people will go to a place being like, oh, what's in there for me? What am I gonna gain? But as an entertainer, I have to change that for what's in it for them. And what am I bringing to my audience? What am I bringing to my clients and to their guests, their families, and the people that they love? And for me, it's when I perform in either like corporate or weddings or even like a birthday party or anniversary, I need to make sure that the guests are the stars of the show. So I try to make sure that all of my tricks, I kind of like switch the angle, and they are not any longer about me, but they are about the audience who are watching the tricks. So, but the whole idea is I try to customize every trick, so people feel that I have studied the event for a while, which I do, by the way. But it's almost like I'm part of the event rather than an outsider who comes to entertain the guest.
So Matias, I've seen you, you mentioned that you do something like you're on stage, but I know that what I have personally seen is how you stroll through an audience or through guests, which I absolutely love, because I think that's one of the misconceptions that people have. They think a magician is always in front of everybody, but it can also be much more casual and personal as you walk through the crowds. But right now, obviously, there are no crowds. We are home. So I'm curious, because I know that you have invested a lot and prepared yourself for this time as soon as it started. Can you tell us about your virtual services?
Actually, welcome to my virtual stage show. It's, nobody would have thought about this at the beginning of the year. To be honest with you, I'm like, I would have never thought about doing a virtual show, and it happens just like it was meant to happen. I don't know, but I was doing my show at the city. I work at the McKittrick Hotel, which is this famous hotel where they do the House of Sleep No More, and my show Speakeasy Magic is there every. We were doing it 4 times a week, and imagine like in March they just announced that we are expanding to a 5th show, a 5th weekly show. So everybody's excited. And then the next day they told us, hey, we're going dark. meaning we are not doing the show anymore. So after that, one of my friends asked me or just mentioned, hey, you should go virtual. I'm like, yeah. My wife then said, hey, you know what? You should go virtual. I'm like, yeah, no. And then one of my clients called me and she's like, Matias, do you have a virtual show? I'm like, well, you know what? This is like the third person that asked me. I think I should work on this. And suddenly, I started putting everything that I had together. So this behind me, you will see a beautiful backdrop that my mom made for me. I designed it and my mom made it. So I'm like, whoa, let's set it up. I have these lights. Let's put the lights. I have a sound system. Let's put the sound system. I have a mic. Let's put the mic. Then I need a camera. I had a camera, but it didn't work. So then we were doing it with the computer camera, but it wasn't that good. So then I'm like, oh, I need to change this and that. And who will know that almost like 2 months after that, I have a set with like stage lights, even like better backdrop. I mean, extra backdrops, like the screen. I have 3 cameras. I have 2 screens, like 3 computers playing at the same time to be able to do the show. It's like the level of production behind this, it's absolutely unbelievable. Besides like all the tricks that I have created for the show, it's not just going virtual. It's not like oh, let's just do this trick. You need to make sure that first of all that people can see the trick, that they can understand the trick, that they can hear what you're communicating, that they are visually good.
Matias, I am so impressed to hear about all of your preparation, and this is something that we always love our clients to know. No entertainer just goes out there and arrives at an event without preparation. You do a tremendous amount of preparation for your live events, and now that you're virtual, you're working even harder to make sure that people are really enjoying themselves. So I think that is super impressive. And also, I understand you do this, you don't just do your performances in English, is that right?
Yo hablo español. No.
No te creo.
Yeah, no, sí, hablo español. I speak native Spanish. Soy originalmente de Chile, entonces obviamente el español es mi lengua materna. And yeah, so and the funny thing is like mostly although in my vacations, some of my vacations, we went to Brazil because it was really cheap. Actually, it was cheaper to go to Brazil than to travel in Chile back in 2000, what was it, 2003, 2004. So I just finished high school and I was able to fly around and we will go to Brazil a lot. And that's how I learned how to speak Portuguese. And I always say, like, if you speak Spanish and you want to speak Portuguese, all that you need to do is speak bad Spanish and dance at the same time. That is Portuguese.
All right, I'm already super impressed, but I hear you are now going to give us a little bit of a sample, and I'm prepared to freak out. So I'm going to turn it over so you can do your thing.
Okay, ahora sí, now we are on my virtual stage. As you can see right here, we are on everything that I do happens right here. Of course, right now I'm not dressed up. This is more like my summer outfit, but the important thing is that we're gonna share a little bit of my virtual magic show with all of you back at home. So let's see, right now, I always like to say that even though we are not physically connected, I don't like the term like we are socially distancing, because we are physically distancing, but we are socially connected. So and I'll show it to you. Actually, do you like card tricks?
Yes.
I don't. No, I do. But the thing is, like, I don't have cards, but I do have my iPad. But I know where to find the cards, because if you go to Google, you can see everything right there in Google. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, it's just like a little ball. It's like, yeah, it's just like a little ball. Let me put it back.
No.
Or take it out. Yes, it's a little ball. It's unbelievable what you can do. Now, of course, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Matias, that is just like a little ball. Let me go like this and take it into two. So now we have two little balls right here. And then here is the thing. Everything that I do right here on my stage is about challenging the perception and play with the imagination. So pay attention to the little balls. I'm going to place them right here in my hand. And then I want you to tell me, where do you think the red balls are?
Your right hand?
Oh, wait, sorry, you can see. Okay, what about now?
Well, it better still be there.
Well, here's the thing. I know that you might thought that they're right here, but here I have a red square. And if you thought that they're right here, no, actually I do have a black ball. I don't have any red balls at all. Everything was just in your imagination, like everything that I do. And that brings me to this. Michelle, you said you like cards, so we're gonna go right here. Let me go playing cards. So I'm gonna go and find all the playing cards and tell me what we prefer, blue cards or red cards?
Blue, please.
Blue, I prefer red. No, that's because I'm already blue, and as you notice, everything right here is red. So it's like I need to make the contrast. So here's the thing. And also it's because the red one, you can see them way clearer when I take them out from the screen. It's super easy. You can actually see them. And Joseni, you didn't see this part last time. Now, I have a deck of cards. We're gonna place them right here. And now I'm gonna need to connect with you. Michelle, so I have right here my antenna. And this is what you were saying. I have my antenna. Always the antenna is the best. All right, so tell me, where are you right now, Michelle?
I am in my office in Valley Stream, New York.
Valley Stream, New York. All right, so hold on. I think I need to point that way. Okay, I think you are in that way if I'm in Manhattan, right? Yes. All right, so we have the cards right here, and I'm gonna play with both of you. Joseni, give me a suit, spades, club, hearts, or diamonds. It's completely up to you.
Diamonds?
Diamonds, ooh, women's best friend. Yes, but she wanted hearts as well. She wanted love and money, both. All right, but diamonds, we're gonna play with diamonds. Michelle, give me a number, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. It's up to you.
2.
Two of diamonds. Now, here's the thing. I always told you that we are like experiencing like physical distancing, but we are socially connected through the internet, through the cloud. And I'm gonna prove to you because right here, before we started, I look at the cards, I took one card, turn it over and put it back. In other words, there is one card facing the opposite direction. If we are socially connected the way that we are right now, that card should be the 2 of diamonds. Let's take a look. We're gonna open all of these cards.
I just wanna say something. We
Yes.
didn't talk about this. We didn't text. You didn't plan this with us.
No.
This is happening right now.
It's happening right now. And you will see that I have all the cards right here. And somewhere around here, there happens to be one card facing the opposite direction. And this card happens to be the 2 of diamonds.
I said prepare to be amazed.
I even impress myself when I do this type of things. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
So this is a part of my virtual magic show. There is a lot of things happening as well, and there are a lot of tricks that people do back at home. So I ask them to take cards, and they mix and shuffle the cards, and they experience the magic back at home with me. So it's that's pretty much my show.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you made my day. That is so exciting. See, I don't know about everybody watching, but I already know that I need all my friends and family to see this because this is a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
So it was very fun watching you, Matias. This is very, very interesting. I hope that everybody that is planning an event think of having you. It was truly an amazing experience. Thank you so much. So how can everybody watching right now and already, I hope, thinking of hiring you, how can they find you?
Yeah, so thank you so much for hiring me today. This was a lot of fun and allowed me to share a little bit of my magic world with both of you, Josie and Michelle, and also with everybody that is watching back at home. So, of course, you can learn more about myself by visiting my website, funcorporatemagic.com, or following me on Instagram, illusionist Matias. And I hope that I can share my magic with all of you, whether it's the virtual right now or the live shows later in the future. And I look forward to amaze all of you.
Well, thanks everybody. We are so excited to have you watch this amazing, amazing person with us. And we will see everybody soon. Thank you.